welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally sharing with you how I curl my hair. This is probably the highest requested video that I ever get, and I filmed one a few years ago, but that one is outdated, so I wanted to do an updated one for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am walking you through how I curl my hair. I talk about my favorite shampoo, my favorite products. I talk about the curling iron that I use, the curling technique, just all of my tips in this video, so I hope that you enjoy it. I wear my hair like this all the time in just about every video, and then blog posts, Instagram pictures. This is just about the favorite way that I style my hair. So if you want to see this hairstyle in action, be sure to visit my blog down below. It just got a facelift and I am really excited, so I hope that you'll check that out. There will be a separate blog post linked down below for all the details, a further in-depth review of each one of these products, as well as all the products shown. My makeup tutorial will be linked down below. Everything like that is in the description bar, so if you have any questions or you're interested in any of these products, be sure to check that out for more information. If you enjoy this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. I would love to know what your favorite hair products are in a comment down below. And without further ado, I'm gonna teach you how to turn your hair from this to this. Okay, so I went ahead and parted my hair in the middle today. I have been loving parting my hair in the middle lately, so I went ahead and did that, but this totally works for parting your hair on the side. If you just check out my blog below, you'll see this curling technique used on so many different parts and outfits and looks and all different kinds of things. So really quickly before we start curling, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I wash my hair and condition my hair. Just briefly, the blog post linked below, I'm gonna talk more in depth about each one of these products, the products that I use, the tools that I use, and all of that. So be sure to check that out if you're interested more in specific products. And then this video is just gonna be a little bit more on how, like, the curling technique. So lately I have added more blonde into my hair. I will link my hairdresser's Instagram below. Courtney, she does such an amazing job. And she recommended this first shampoo for me. But I have been adding more blonde into my hair recently. Our water tends to turn any kind of blonde hair brassy, so I really focus on using purple shampoos to keep everything in check. So the first shampoo that is really powerful if you have blonde hair and you want your hair to be really bright white blonde is this one from Fanola. This is the one Courtney recommended to me. It's called No Yellow, and this stuff is no joke. Another very great blonde maintenance shampoo is this one from the Dry Bar, which is called Blonde Ale. And to be honest, right now, I just mix the two of them together. This one lathers really well. And so what I'll do is just mix half of each one. They are seriously purple, like really purple. I'll just mix them together, a little bit of each one, lather my hair up and let it sit for while I'm shaving my legs, or just a few seconds to let that purple shampoo really soak into the blonde in my hair. And that's how I kind of maintain my color in between seeing my hairdresser. For conditioner, I have a lot of fine hair, and my scalp, obviously, and my skin are very oily, so I want to make sure that my hair is getting conditioned, but I don't want to overdo it on the hydration. I use this Living Proof conditioner. This is the full conditioner. It weightlessly hydrates is what it says, and I apply this. Basically, I'll pull my hair back and I'll just apply it from here down. I don't apply it to my scalp. I just apply it to the ends of my hair. That's where my hair gets the driest, and it really does the job. It conditions my hair, it leaves it feeling really soft and silky without weighing it down. Right now, I don't use any type of product in my hair before I blow dry. If you have thicker hair or curlier hair or just denser hair, you might use a smoothing product. But for my hair, it's pretty well flat. As you can see, this is just washing it, conditioning it, like I said, and blow drying it just with a basic hair dryer. My mom has the Dyson hair dryer, and it is absolutely worth the hype. That is definitely on my wish list right now. So if you have been considering that, I have used it and it is amazing. But now I'm gonna go ahead and start curling my hair. So the curling iron that I use is this one from Hot Tools. This is a 1-inch. It's the gold barrel curling iron. I love this one. I love the gold barrel. It has an adjustable temperature scale. I use mine all the way up, obviously. My hair doesn't tend to hold curl that easily, so I always keep my curling iron on the hottest setting. If your hair holds curl, you don't have to do that, but I personally like that. I get a lot of questions about whether I use a wand or a curling iron. I have used both. I love both. To be honest, I love the curling iron. I use it like a wand. I don't ever really use the clamp that often. However, if I want to use it, I have that option. So I think it's a great investment. I think this curling iron is like around $40, which is It's lasted me several years and I really, really love it. So this is what I use. So I use the wet brush. I really love this brush. Honestly, I only have to brush my hair really once I get out of the shower, and my hair, other than that, pretty much stays pretty well untangled. I can just run my fingers through it and it will just comb itself out. When I was younger, I never really used a brush, but now that I have some hair color in my hair, it gives it a little bit of texture, and with that comes a little bit of tangle. I also love using a wide tooth comb. This is how I part my hair and brush it most of the time if I don't have a lot of tangle. I also love using a clip. This is really handy. So what I like to do is I usually section my hair into 3 levels: the bottom layer, the middle layer, and the top layer. And then I will divide it in half just to make it a little bit more manageable to curl. So what I usually do is take the bottom layer. Like I said, you'll just adjust this however based on your hair type. And I'll clip this up. It just makes it a lot easier and keeps everything else out of the way. I don't really do this like perfectly because I just want it to look messy. So don't worry about measuring everything out specifically. And then because my hair, I just washed it today, I'm gonna actually use a little bit of dry shampoo. So usually I'll curl my hair on the second day. I'll wear it straight the first day. The second day I'll curl it, and so I'll apply some dry shampoo. This one is from Orbe and it smells incredible. And I love it because a lot of dry shampoos have a lot of like powdery, they just leave your hair feeling powdery, which I don't really love. This one adds so much volume and it makes your hair feel clean without being powdery. Like literally I have a black interior on my car, and some dry shampoos will turn your headrest white, which is so weird. So anyways, so I just apply a little bit of dry shampoo. That's a little trick. Even if you wash your hair, if it's feeling a little too silky, you can add that in. And then for my hairspray, this is the absolute best hairspray. This is the Sebastian Shaper Plus Extra Hold Hairspray. So this is like the firm hold, which I love. I like to make sure I get a lot of hairspray in there, and then afterwards I can just work my hands through it. This doesn't make your hair like crunchy at all, which is really great too. So I spray like a good amount all over my hair, and then I'm gonna start to curl. So what I do is I usually curl either way, front to back, it doesn't really matter, but I'll grab about a 1-inch section or so. If you want your curls to be like fuller and a lot more of them, maybe curl smaller sections. And then if you want something a little bit more daytime appropriate or just like relaxed, maybe grab bigger sections. I usually grab about a 1-inch section or so. And then what I do is I take my curling wand and I'm gonna wrap my hair around it away from my face. And I leave about, I'd say like 2 or 3 inches at the top and then 1 inch or so at the bottom straight. And this is gonna create more of a wave and less of a curl. Also by wrapping it around the barrel, it does the same thing. So I let that sit for a few seconds. And then I like to bring my curl down into my hand. Obviously I use hairspray, so this is gonna help it hold. And then let it cool a little bit in my hand before I drop it. So right now it looks very spirally, but once we're all done and brush through it, it's gonna be very wave-like. So that's one curl done. And then I just continue to curl away from my face. Depending on how long your hair is will depend on how many wraps around the barrel it takes. For me, it's probably like 2.5 to 3. When my hair is shorter, I'll only wrap it twice. Or if like I want more of just like a slight bend in my hair, I'll just wrap it twice or once. Okay, so then we have 2 curls. Okay, so once the bottom section is complete, I go ahead and give it another spray with the hairspray. Like I said, I like to use a lot of hairspray, but this helps to make sure that my curls are gonna stay in place and stay curled all day. So then I'm gonna take down my hair and I'm gonna do the middle section. I just like to leave a little bit on the top just to kind of perfect the top layer of the curls. You might want to spend a little bit more time on those. If you're in a hurry, I just kind of like throw some waves in the bottom of my hair, and then you can really kind of work on the top and make those curls look just the way you want them to, and it really makes a pretty effect. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm just going to grab a section, spray it with hairspray, and then I'm going to start curling away from my face the same way I did the bottom layer. Then I'm going to take this down and do the top layer. So since I have my hair parted in the middle, I always like to do 3 sections on the top, 1 on each side and then the back. And then I just like to start on one side and work my way around to make sure that I have all the hair curled. So I'm just going to add a little spray, and I will go ahead and start on this side. So this is kind of the left section of my hair. Give it a spray. And then I'm just going to curl away from my face again. And then on this top layer, sometimes I like to bring the barrel up a little closer to my scalp, and this will just help to add a little bit of volume to like the crown and like root of my hair. Sometimes these top ones want to stick out a little bit. If that happens, you can just clamp it in the other direction and it'll make it a little bit straighter. Then I'm just gonna grab the next section, a little spray. Sometimes the top of my hair, the top layer doesn't want to curl as well. I think that's because I have more of my natural hair color, which is like just a little bit softer. The brown is a little bit softer than the blonde. So now I'm gonna separate the back of my hair and try to get this portion, make sure I get all the back curled. Nobody wants to have curled hair and then the back be straight. And then I will just separate out that, give it a good spray. I usually divide this into like 3 sections or 2 sections, and I will curl this just kind of flat, if that makes sense. So I'll hold my barrel just straight across, so that way it's not facing one way or the other. That helps to smooth out the back a little bit more. Okay, then I'll just give that a spray, and then I'm gonna work on this front side. So like I said, on the top portion, I like to leave a little bit more hair straight at the bottom. I think this really helps to kind of like balance everything out and make it look a little bit more wavy. So sometimes these front pieces don't always look the same, and I'll just work with them until I can get them somewhat similar. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one last spray. Probably not, I'll probably spray it again. Don't hold me to that. And I like to let it sit and cool for a second. So these pieces are pretty straight right now. If you have thicker hair, I would say you could totally curl your whole head like this. Because my hair is so flat, I like to curl the bottom a little bit tighter and have a little bit more curl to help lift the top a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and just spray it again. I always like to make sure it sprays really well and cools before I brush my curls out. And then I just like to run my fingers through them and separate all the curls. This is where it'll make it look more natural, a little less curled, and a little bit more like you just woke up like this. Not really, you didn't wake up like this, but it just makes it look so much more natural and a little less polished and just a little bit more fun. So once I get everything brushed out, I'll spray it again. And if you have any spots that you're just not happy with, like I feel like this looks really great over here and this side is just kind of like lacking a little bit, I will just grab a few pieces and go back in and just recurl them. So you can just fix the pieces and areas that you feel like just aren't looking that great. And I think this also helps to add like just a little bit more texture to it. And that just helps kind of like match it up a little bit. One of my favorite things right now at the moment is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I've heard so many people talk about this for like forever, and I finally made the purchase. And you guys, it's so good. So it is a dry texturizing spray, and what I love so much about this is that it's dry, and it's a product that helps give my hair texture and volume, but it doesn't weigh it down. So if you have oily hair and you don't want your hair weighed down, try this. It plus smells really good. I love the smell, and I love the way it just makes my hair look more piecey and just really pretty. So I just spray it to my hair, and then I run my fingers through it and just kind of mess it up. Because So you want this to look like messy and sexy and beachy and just fun. So if you want, you can like add a little bit to your root and then just kind of run your fingers through it. And it just really helps make your hair, I don't know what the word for it is, but it's like everything that I wanted in one spray can. So I think a lot of people must use this to get those waves. Okay, and the one last thing that I like to do, because my hair is so flat, and it just depends on the day, but most of the time I love to use this teasing comb. My hair, the back of it, just never looks quite how I want it. So sometimes I'll go in with a little bit of hairspray or this texturizing spray and just spray right under my hair at the base of my hair at the root. And then I just take this and back comb and tease it. You can do as much or as little as you want, but this is really like the secret for me to getting full hair because my hair is so flat. So you can do that and then just comb over it and lay it down. I like to do the sides a little bit, so you can just tease it, fluff it, and smooth it out. Oops. So that just helps give my hair more volume at the root, which obviously we all want, but it's hard to get, so you can just spritz. I just like to add a lot of product until my hair is the way I want it. Okay, so once you have your hair the way you want it, you can go ahead and give it one final spray. I'm always messing with my hair and touching my hair and running my fingers through my hair. It's a lot of people's complaints on my videos to stop touching your hair, but I'm constantly trying to fluff it and make it look even better. So I think it's really important to use your hands when you're doing your hair to just really obviously do it, but to also get it the way it feels right. And then once you get it, you can spray it and just kind of feel it. So that is it for how I curl my hair. I hope this video was helpful and that you enjoyed it. Like I said, this video is very highly requested and I get a ton of questions. My hair always turns out different, but I'm always trying new techniques and wrapping it tighter or looser or whatever. But all of these products are products that I really love. The curling iron is one that I've had for several years and I love it so much. I will leave a link to my related blog post on this video down below. It talks about all these products more in depth, has links and everything like that. But I just wanted to get this video up because one, it's very highly requested, and two, it's easier to show you what I'm doing in a video than it is to write it in a blog post. So I hope that you'll check that blog post out and visit my new website. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check out all of my social media channels linked down below so we can follow each other there, and I'll see you guys next time.